Hello everyone and welcome back to another massive chess game from the history of chess from 1972. And in this chess game we have Robert Huebner against Vlastimil Hort. Both chess players were from Germany and both were one of the leading chess players in their era, especially around 1960s until 1980s. So let's see what happened. Both were chess grandmasters, elite chess players in their era. So Huebner starts the game with playing e4, and of course this is a very interactive chess game, a beautiful attacking chess game. We have the Sicilian defense, and this is the open Sicilian. Knight to c6, developing the knights, and then d6, and we have the Taimanov variation of the Sicilian defense. Bishop to e3, knight to f6, bishop to c4, developing the pieces very rapidly. a6 and white castled, activating the queen, bishop goes back, and then b5. So charging to the king, exchanging the knights and activating the bishop, bishop to b7, developing the bishop, centralizing the rook and targeting the king. The queen and the rook is targeting the king. And then white is immediately charging from the king side, naturally, and black castled. So there is a saying that if both players castles at the opposite directions, that chess game is probably going to be a very exciting chess game. And this is exactly what happened. White is charging immediately, knight to d5, throwing the knight into the fire, and attacking the bishop and basically threatening to take the bishop, forking the king and the queen. So not accepting the sacrifice, and queen goes back. This is not 100% sacrifice. This is a temporary sacrifice. If capturing the knight, then capturing back. And after defending the queen, capturing the bishop, and engine says white is better. So after castling, knight to d5, defending, but then white has a very strong move. Can you see that move? Can you see the idea? Actually, not capturing the knight is not better. Maybe capturing the knight might be slightly better, but in this position, this is the move. Knight takes on f6. It is that simple. And capturing the knight with the pawn, and this opens the king side. But you might ask what happens if capturing back with the bishop. Then it is also very simple. Capturing the bishop and damaging the pawn structure. And then bang. Rook takes on d6. And white is much better. This is almost losing immediately. So white is a pawn up, and also white has a better position. The king is wide open. Okay, so this is why g takes on f6, but fixing the f pawn, e5, and which square is the best square for the bishop? Can you see the strongest move in this position for white? What would you do? Well, in this position, not moving the bishop, but queen to h5, hoping to infiltrate, but we have king to h8, not accepting the sacrifice. If capturing the bishop, white is going to bring the big guns out. Rook to d3, and swinging the rook is the idea, and actually there is no time for defending. So after rook to h3, there is no sensible defense against queen takes on h7. So this is why not defending the bishop, but getting in and planning to lift the rook and then checkmate the king. So king to h8. If had black captured the bishop, of course black is going to be one move away from defending, one move short. So he just wants to bring the rook and then rook to g7 and defending. So king to h8 is a must and probably the only defense, but then still lifting the rook up. And if capturing the bishop, we still have rook to h3 and then checkmate. So rook to g8 is the only defense. So if rook over, rook to g7. But this move has a downside. Can you see the downside? What would you do in this position? It is very simple, of course. I should not even ask this question because it is very obvious. Well, that's of course bishop takes on f7, forking the rook and the queen, defending the more important piece, and then capturing the rook. and then simply defending the bishop, and white is much better, of course. White has the exchange, and also white is a pawn up, but the game continued. We have d5. In this position, the g pawn and also the a pawn is hanging. Let's check out what happens if capturing both of these pawns. So that's instructive. Let's say first the most obvious continuation. If queen takes on g2, rook to g3, the g pawn is untouchable. And if queen takes on a2, it looks like this is a little bit dangerous, but actually white has a very strong move. Can you see that? That is b3, and the queen is at lockdown. The queen is at home arrest. There is no escape for the queen, and this is also losing, and white has plenty of time for bringing his rook and then attacking the king, and actually defending is not that easy. White has a great position. This is a gorgeous position for white, and black is suffering. So okay, in this position we have d5, not capturing, but rook to g3, of course, a very natural move. Rook has the open file, defending the queen and exchanging the queens, capturing the pawn. And in this position, okay, white obviously is 100% better, but against two bishops, maybe winning this endgame could be tricky. White played a move, and after that move, black resigned instantly. Can you see that move? There is a very, but very strong move for white in this position. Can you see that if I give you 3 seconds? If you want, you can also pause the video and try to guess the next move. Okay. Did you see that move? The move was rook takes on e5 by Huebner, and Vlastimil Hort resigned immediately. What a move, what a crushing, bone-crushing move by white. And let me show you the possible continuation. If capturing the rook, then bishop takes on e5, and how to defend. The king is stuck, only defense for prolonging the checkmate. Bishop takes on f6, checkmate. And this checkmate is also known as the Morphy's checkmate. This is Morphy's checkmate because Paul Morphy has a famous chess game when he checkmated his opponent with only one bishop. So in this position, capturing the rook is out of questions. But let's play a defensive move. Let's not capture the rook because this is getting checkmated. Let's defend the bishop. And in this position, can you see again the best move for white? Did you see that move? The move is rook takes on e7, of course. This is also a very strong move, and if capturing the rook, then bishop takes on f6. This game-winning bishop was a pain in the neck for black. So the only defense, and then bang, rook takes on g7, and this is easily winning for white. Black is lost. And what do you think about this fantastic and a beautiful chess game between these two great German chess grandmasters? A very beautiful chess game. So this was the final killer shot, the crushing shot, the smashing move by Robert Huebner. So thank you very much for watching again, and I hope to see you next time. So take care and bye bye.